Imagine coming home after a long, relaxing trip, ready to sink into your own couch, only to find a complete stranger has moved in and is acting like they own the place. Well, that's exactly what happened to one homeowner, and the story is just as wild as it sounds. So, let's call our homeowner Alex. Alex had just spent 3 months traveling abroad, a well-deserved break. They'd been dreaming of returning to their beautiful home. A large house in a supposedly quiet, upscale neighborhood governed by a strict homeowners association, or HOA. As Alex pulls into the driveway, the first thing they notice is that something is off. The perfectly manicured lawn is now a mess of overgrown weeds, and there are gaudy pink flamingos scattered everywhere, definitely not Alex's style. Confused, Alex walks up to the front door and tries the key. It doesn't work. The lock has been changed. Before Alex can even process this, the door swings open. A woman in her late 50s, with a severe haircut and a scowl that could curdle milk, stands there, hands on her hips. "Can I help you?" she demands, her voice dripping with entitlement. Alex is taken aback. "I'm sorry, who are you?" "This is my house." The woman lets out a short, sharp laugh. "Your house? That's hilarious. I am the president of this HOA and I've lived here for the past 2 months. Now, if you don't get off my property, I'm calling the police. Let's call this woman Karen." Alex is stunned into silence for a moment. The HOA president, living in their house. It sounds like something out of a bizarre movie. Alex tries to reason with her. "Ma'am, I think there's been a huge misunderstanding. I am the owner of this property. I have the deed, the mortgage documents, everything. I've just been away on a trip. Karen isn't having any of it." She pulls out her phone. "I'm warning you, you're trespassing. I'm calling the police right now and telling them a dangerous squatter is trying to break into my home, and that's exactly what she does." She dials 911, puts on a dramatic, tearful voice, and claims she's being threatened by a deranged individual. Alex can't believe the audacity. Instead of arguing, Alex calmly waits on the sidewalk for the police to arrive. This is so ridiculous, it has to be sorted out quickly, right? A few minutes later, 2 police cruisers pull up, lights flashing. 2 officers get out, looking serious. Karen rushes over to them, pointing at Alex. "That's him, officer. He tried to force his way into my house. I'm so scared." One of the officers approaches Alex cautiously. "Sir, can you tell me what's going on here?" Alex takes a deep breath and explains the situation as calmly as possible. "Officer, this is my house. I've been traveling for 3 months and just returned to find this woman living here. She's changed the locks and is refusing to leave." The officer looks from Alex to Karen, who is still putting on a show of being a terrified victim. "Ma'am, do you have any proof of residence?" he asks her. Karen puffs out her chest. "Of course I do. I'm the HOA president. I've been handling this property since it was abandoned." "Abandoned?" Alex interjects. "I was on a pre-planned trip. I notified the HOA I'd be away." This is where the story gets even crazier. The police ask Alex for proof of ownership. Thankfully, Alex is smart. They had digital copies of all their important documents saved on their phone and in the cloud. Alex pulls up the property deed, recent mortgage statements, and utility bills, all in their name, all for that address. They even show the officer the email they sent to the HOA management company informing them of their extended travel dates. The officer's expression changes as he reviews the documents. He turns back to Karen. "Ma'am, these documents appear to be in order. It seems this is his property. We need to see your documentation." Karen's face goes pale. She starts fumbling. "Well, the HOA gave me permission. The house was vacant and becoming an eyesore. It's my duty as president to maintain property values. I was taking care of it by moving in and changing the locks." The second officer asks, his voice laced with skepticism. "That's not taking care of it. That sounds a lot like breaking and entering, an illegal occupation." It turns out that Karen, as the newly elected HOA president, had noticed Alex's house was empty. Instead of checking the records or contacting the management company, she simply assumed it was abandoned. She saw a big, beautiful, empty house and decided to make it her own. She used her position to get a locksmith to change the locks, claiming she was acting on behalf of the HOA to secure an abandoned property. Then, she just moved in. She didn't pay the mortgage, the utilities, nothing. She was literally living for free in someone else's mansion. The police were not amused. They explained to Karen that she was, in fact, the one trespassing. Not only that, but she had illegally entered and occupied a private residence, which is a serious offense. Her face crumbled as the reality of the situation hit her. The officers told her she had to vacate the premises immediately. Karen started to panic, sputtering about her belongings. "But all my things are inside. Where am I supposed to go?" The officer was firm. "You can gather your personal necessities under our supervision, and then you need to leave. You can arrange to have the rest of your belongings moved out at a later, scheduled time with the homeowner's permission." So, with 2 police officers watching her every move, Karen was forced to do the walk of shame. She packed a small bag with her clothes and toiletries, all while Alex stood by, still in shock but also feeling a rising sense of vindication. As she was escorted off the property, she shot Alex one last venomous glare. But the story doesn't end there. This wasn't just a simple case of trespassing. Alex decided to press charges, and rightfully so. Karen had not only illegally occupied the house but had also caused damage. The lawn was ruined, the locks had to be changed again, and the house needed a deep cleaning to get rid of the flamingo and cheap perfume vibe she'd inflicted on it. The legal fallout for Karen was significant. She was charged with breaking and entering, trespassing, and even fraud for misrepresenting her authority to the locksmith. The HOA, once they learned what their president had done, immediately removed her from her position in disgrace. Her reputation in the neighborhood was utterly destroyed. Nobody wanted anything to do with the crazy lady who tried to steal a house. Alex also filed a civil suit against her to cover the costs of the damages, the legal fees, and the sheer emotional distress of the whole ordeal. The court sided with Alex, and Karen was ordered to pay a substantial amount in damages. She ended up having to sell her own home, her actual home, to cover the legal fees and the settlement. In the end, Alex got their house back. It took some time and effort to erase all traces of Karen's brief, illegal residency, but eventually, the home was restored to its former glory. Alex even installed a state-of-the-art security system, just in case. The story became a local legend, a cautionary tale about what can happen when a little bit of power goes to someone's head in a big, bad way. It's a powerful reminder to always have your paperwork in order and to never underestimate the sheer audacity of an entitled HOA Karen. Thanks for watching. It's a wild world out there, so stay safe and know your rights. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.